Since 2018, I have done over 10 different side hustles, like over 10. Yeah. And before all that, let me just take you a little back in 2017. 2017, I was in senior six and I got kicked out of home. Not my parents' home, but the home I had in Kampala. My parents live like in the village. But because there was a few weeks to my, I think barely a month to my final exams, I could not go back to the village. So I had to look for where to stay at a very tender age. And that meant rent, feeding, and all that. Yeah. So before starting on the side hustles, when senior sick got done, actually when I went to rent, like I told you, that's a story for another day, but I want to connect. I got a very good landlady who allowed me, gave me a period of 2 months to stay in her house without paying rent. Yeah, because I explained to her the whole situation. She's like, stay here, then once you're ready, you can go home. But before the 2 months could elapse, I told her, I know we had agreed that I would stay here for this and then go home, but I don't want to go to the village. I want to stay. I'll pay you rent. Then I started looking for jobs. We applied. There's a friend of mine, like Viola, thank you very much. We applied to almost every factory around our area. Casual work, because that is what we could apply for. I mean, we're just done with senior six. We don't have any experience. We don't have any papers apart from UCE sleep. So we applied, and guess what? We didn't get. But then one of those days we're coming from dropping our application letters, and then we're walking back home. Then we see a factory. Then we go to them, we ask them, like, we are senior six Bakist. We have time. We would like to do some work. They says, oh, we have a lot of jobs. Come tomorrow. Guys, I got my first job. We're so excited. Then the next morning, they told us to come at 6. We arrive at 6. Me, I was wearing a pink suit. I remember very well. Not those fancy ones, but you know, you go downtown, buy a pink coat and a pink trouser and a white shirt. That's how I came. And in high heels. Guess what we're doing? We arrived. They tell us, go pick buckets at Bo. Like, we did almost. Have you worked with Indian factories in Uganda? You will understand. So we worked for 5,000 from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 5,000 Ugandan shillings. Guys, we worked. But because I needed the money, we endured for some time. And later on, I got another job with an NGO. And this time it was fancier. And I was doing it at my own pace, no pressure. I was meant to train or to mentor young girls about financial literacy, life skills, and livelihood trainings. And this time they were paying me 120,000. From earning 5,000 a day to earning 120,000. I don't know which one is more, but I was over the moon. And because now, still my friend, that's a whole story for another time. Later on, I went to stay at their home with her parents. So I was saving my money while maintaining my house. Yeah, I was maintaining my house because, I mean, I didn't have bed, I didn't have anything, I didn't have nothing. I was sleeping on my clothes. And she came, she called me, her mom came, and I went to stay with them. But I had my things in my house because I was traumatized from that experience of being kicked out from my relative's home. But I thank God, they're very good people that exist out there. I stayed at their home, and up to now, I think that's the best place I've lived in. Yeah. So then I kept on saving my whole money that was coming from that NGO. Like I said, story for another time. Anyway, then after all that NGO experience, I went now to start doing my diploma. So when I went to Entebbe, I had to look for different options of survival. So I started trying out different side hustles. Remember, I had saved some small money from this NGO work that I was doing. So I had some money. The first side hustle I tried was doing makeup. Guys, I was not an expert. I learned on YouTube. I would do makeup. You know, campus students. I did makeup. I tried hair. I did ice cream. I did mobile money. I did juice. I did honey at campus. Like I knew how to market. I did honey. I did wine. I did loans. I did clothes online. I did bags online. Like if I'm to sit down and mention the side hustles, I think they've been over 20. I did modeling. That's the one that opened my mind. Like, I even traveled, go abroad, not once, not twice, like, like from different side hustles. So like in today's video, as it is titled, 5 highly paying side hustles that you can actually try this year, and you'll be amazed at how much you can make. Me, I'm speaking from someone who has come from a very struggling background. But right now, at least I'm financially independent. So sharing is caring. Make sure you stick to the end. Hi everyone, my name is Charity. I'm a neo and I'm a student of Jambogo University, as well as a real estate agent here in Kampala. And if you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're my returning subscriber, thank you for your continued support. 5 highly paying side hustles that I've tried and I feel you can try to earn you some extra monies in 2024. Yeah. So side hustle number 1 would obviously be investing in ladies' fashion. That includes clothes, bags. Yeah. And for me, if I'm to advise you from what I've done, would you believe that if I told you I got this dress at 3,000? Like, I'm going to stand up and you see the dress. I bought it at 3,000. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have some time, and the best days to buy those clothes is Saturday and Sunday. You know that street that slopes from Mini Price to Pakankade? Every Saturday they sell clothes there at 3,000. I've bought over 2 suitcases from there. You see me wearing those fancy dresses. None of them is above 10,000. Not even 10. Let me say 5,000. I buy my dresses from 5,000 and below. I'm being very honest. I don't care if you judge me or not, but I'm just trying to tell someone. If you had 100,000, like 100K, and you went there and collected 30 pieces of very good looking dresses at 3,000, that's 90,000, and you still have 10,000, and you sell those dresses at 10,000. Tell me if you don't buy a dress like this at 10,000. So the students, like especially if you're a university student, venture into that. Go downtown, because on Saturdays, Sundays, you don't have lectures, same as me. So go down, find clothes and sell. That's side hustle number 1 that can pay you some good money. So side hustle number 2. Before I tell you the side hustle, let me share with you an opportunity. There's this training that happens in Nairobi and it's fully funded. Guys, if you've been looking for an opportunity to travel, to enter the plane fully funded, it's here. It's a leadership training. If you're a young leader trying to make a difference in your society, it is for you. Everything is covered. So I went for this training in 2022 and I met with different people. It's a training that brings together leaders from 14 different countries within Central and East Africa. So we met and somebody actually liked the way I speak English. Guys, I didn't know that I knew English. So there's this one gentleman who comes from Somalia and told me, Charity, I love the way you speak English. And a lot of our people are struggling to speak English. And now it's a business language. Would you mind if I connected you to my group of people, especially ladies, and you train them how to speak English? I was like, what did he say? You like the way I speak English? I was like, okay. For me, I am that one person who will never say a no to an opportunity. I was like, yeah. So when I came back, I drafted a program and I shared with him and he mobilized for me ladies from Somalia. That's why I'm saying like network. So these ladies were paying me $50 a month and we were meeting 2 times in a week. And I had a group of 11 ladies. That was $550 in a month. Just training them English that I don't know. So if you're there and you know some English, you could actually venture into online tutoring in speaking English, like training people how to speak English. One truth about Ugandans is we have the best English in East Africa. And so if you have that skill, leverage on it and do online, connect with people. So I'm actually calling you. The training is highly competitive, this opportunity, but try your luck. You never know who you can meet. You may meet your next group of network of people from there. Try your luck and apply. And if you need guidance on applying for Yali, I am here to guide you. My number is on my bio. So that's side hustle number 2, online tutoring in English, or you could even try the other skills. But for me, what has worked for me is English. Side hustle number 3. I know my friends are going to kill me for this word. Okay, so when I was doing my ice cream business, I had made some extra money. I made over 2 million Ugandan shillings. So when I stopped doing ice cream, I was like, what do I do with this money? I didn't want to put it in the bank and it's just seated there. So I started giving out small loans, short term, like just for a period of 1 month. I know if my friends are going to watch this and kill me, but sometimes we have to be selfish. You know, if I told my friend that I have this money I want, they would take it and not give you interest. So I would tell them, I know a group of people that give out loans and it's only a 10% interest. Yeah. And the good thing is why I was able to prosper very fast. Imagine in a month, I am getting an extra of 200,000. And if you had maybe a capital of like 5 million, that's 500,000, which is good enough for you. Yeah. And learn to do, if you're doing loaning business, learn to trust people. Do not put very hard conditions on them and high interest on them. That way you're not going to benefit. Side hustle number 4 you can actually try is to help people write CVs, help people come up with cover letters, help like start an online platform where you're going to train people how to write CVs, where you're going to train people how to make letters that stand out, and even motivational letters. Yeah, it's something you don't need money to start. Like I said, number 5 is my favorite, and that is real estate agency. If you've been keen, if you've read newspapers, if you've been observing, if you engage yourself in research, you will notice research shows that real estate industry is the fastest growing sector in Uganda. And with a very high population growth rate in Uganda, that means there is still more growth happening on a daily basis in the real estate industry. And as an agent, your work is just to market, to connect the people that are looking for houses to the ones that have the houses. And that's all. You need money to start? No. What do you need? Just your phone, and you need to have a skill of marketing. Yeah. Because that means there's a lot of work. As an agent, I can testify to you, making millions of money is not a dream. Like, it's a reality. You can wake up broke, but before the day ends, some good money. Yeah. So if you're a student, like, invest your time in research, understand the market trends, understand the laws, understand the neighborhood where you live, and understand where you want to focus. I made a whole video on just that, how to become a real estate agent and how to get deals immediately. So if you're there and you have time, like I said, I encourage you to start investing your time in doing research on real estate and becoming a real estate agent. You know, the goal is for all of us to be financially free. And if you have that time, invest it. Like I said, this is my favorite. I'm almost quitting my job to entirely focus on it. There is a lot of money in real estate. As an agent, you have a high chances of making that money. And maybe on all that 5, I would encourage you to invest your time in learning a skill. You could do graphics design. There are apps like Canva that help you learn or do very quick graphics. Invest your time in learning skills like marketing and all that. I think that was it for today. And what else? If you're a student and you're still looking for another side hustle, you have a marketing skill, I've done social media management before for one of those high profile people. I've done for an MP, and it's not very, very highly paying, but you don't need money to start social media management. Whether you're a student, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether anyone, the goal is to be financially independent. So make sure you subscribe to get more content like this. And thank you so much for watching if you've come this far. Yeah. Till next time, I love you all. Take good care of yourself. And please do not forget to support this student and subscribe. I love you all. Take care and